Christ 17 TV back upside your head with another one. Today I got some some fucked up news. A foster mother, right? A foster mother has a 10-year-old child, a boy. Indiana boy 10 found dead after 340-pound foster mother sits on him for acting bad and the child dies. And this says the boy was crushed to death from the foster mother who weighed 340 pounds, allegedly sat on him for several minutes because he was acting bad. She's been charged with reckless homicide, and you know that they only gave this broad 6 years and 1 year suspended for probation. Let me say this. Everybody's not supposed to have kids. And this big fat motherfucker here is not supposed to have no fucking kids. So you're going to tell me the kid's acting bad instead of doing what any other parent does, maybe get a belt and whoop his little ass and send his ass to his room. This 10-year-old boy, a little tiny boy, with your 340 cheeseburger eating ass gonna sit on this kid till he dies because he was acting bad. So the thing is, she's gonna say he ran away. He's 10 years old. Where the fuck is he going? He's not gonna give far. Where'd he go? The neighbor's house? Okay. Every kid's gonna get mad. He's a foster child, probably misses his real parents, and then he looks at you and you're probably treating him like shit. You're probably eating all the leftovers and all the shit. Not trying to be funny, but you're 340. And she said she got the kid out and he falls out. I don't want to live here type shit. So to restrain him, you're going to put your big, fat, greasy ass to sit on this little ass boy until he dies. Crushed him. The words they used was he was crushed. How much you think a 10-year-old boy weighs? Maybe what, 60 pounds? If he's a big boy, 70, or if he's really small, like 40 pounds, 50 pounds? We're talking about a little kid here. We're talking about 10 years old. We're talking about a 5th grader. Stories like this piss me off so much because this little boy did not ask to be in this world. Somehow he ended up in foster care. His parents are not there. He doesn't have no grandparents or nobody who took him in. So he's with some big ass lady who nobody wants to get pregnant. So she's never going to have no kid because nobody wants to lay up with somebody that fucking big and have no kid with somebody that big. Facts. Some people do. But in her case, I guess she wasn't pretty and she was big as hell. So, you're going to sit on a little kid and you're 340 pounds. So now the kid's dead and all you get is a reckless homicide. No, that's fucking murder. You know you're probably about damn near 10 times this kid's weight. And you're going to sit on him for several fucking minutes. It's not like you fell on him and you, oh shit, picked him up. No, you got your fat ass up, sat on him, and stayed on there for several minutes till you crushed the little boy to death. Crushed him to death. This is in Indiana. And why the fuck are you only getting 6 years with 1 year suspended sentence probation? I'm not sure if she's doing 6 years or she's doing 1 year, but it's still not enough for that little boy's pain, suffering, and his death. I mean, I've heard of some shit. but being crushed to death by a 350-pound fat chick who's playing foster mother. See, when I was growing up, when I wanted to act out and thought I was going to do something, my mother would whoop my ass. If I wasn't at my mother's house and I was at my grandmother's house, my grandmother would whoop my ass. If my grandmother was not around, my sister would whoop my ass. See, that's the difference between then and now. You want to hit your kid, people want to call the cops, take pictures, record you. Well, if you want to do all that, why don't you take this little bad motherfucker to your house and let him tear your shit up and be bad as hell? See, I grew up when an ass whooping meant something. You fucked up, you got your ass whooped. And guess what? You did it again, you got your ass whooped even worse. And that's how you learn how not to do bad shit. Nowadays, get in the corner. What the fuck is a timeout gonna do? So I could run around breaking windows, doing all kind of shit, throwing rocks, and all you gonna tell me is go to my room for 2-3 hours? No big deal. Now, when you whoop somebody's ass and you send them to their room crying, can't even fucking breathe, that's when the kid's like, man, I done fucked up. I'm not doing that shit again. But nowadays, the laws, the people, they're so fucking soft, weak, and want to chastise you on how you discipline your child. Don't tell me how to deal with mine. You make sure you deal with your child. See, I was growing up where all my friends got their ass whooped. And my friends used to get their ass whooped in front of me. And I would look like, okay, I don't want to get my... I mean, there'd be times where I thought my friend mama was going to whoop my ass because I was with him doing the shit. No, she would pick up that phone and she would call my grandmother, she'd call my mother, depending on where I was. Was I in California or was I back in New York? And then I would get home and guess what? What would happen? I would get my ass whooped. And guess what? I would think about doing that same shit again. There's no way I'm going to keep doing the same shit if I'm keep getting my ass whooped. That's out. So for this lady to take it upon her fat ass self and sit on this boy, a 10-year-old boy, is out of fucking pocket. I mean, this is a sad, sad thing where just imagine getting suffocated, smothered by a fat motherfucker sitting on a child who's a baby. This is a 10-year-old kid. He's not a little kid, but a baby still. He's still 10. He's still a damn baby, man. He is a baby. So with that being said, man, I just wanted to drop that shit because it just pissed me off. Everybody should not have a kid because everybody doesn't know how to parent. When a kid is acting out, sometimes you gotta whoop ass. When you whoop ass, kid's gonna think about doing the shit again. But no, you sit on this kid and smother this kid, R.I.P. to that young man, and you deserve life in prison for that shit. You killed a child. You are a child killer. No matter if he wanted to run away or not, that gives you no authority to just sit on this kid, smother him, and crush him, and kill this fucking boy. And what you get? 6 years in prison, 1 year suspended. Like I don't understand her time. Is she getting 1 year and the rest is a suspended sentence, or is she doing 6 years and they taking off 1 year? I don't get it, but I know that's not enough for killing a damn fucking child. Indiana, you should have stuck it to that fat motherfucker and gave her life. She sat on a child and killed a child intentionally. I don't care what nobody says. And people who don't have kids don't know how to parent. Nobody was gonna lay up with her big ass and make no kid with no big motherfucker going on 400 pounds. And ugly as a duck. So with that being said, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It won't cost you a dime. And like I tell you every time around this time, watch your kids. You have kids, don't send your kids to no foster home, no group home, none of that. Nobody can take care of them kids right like their parents. But that's wrong too, because even people who have kids shouldn't even have kids because they don't know how to treat kids. And some real mothers end up killing little kids, newborns, putting them in trash cans. So that's not even the truth. You just gotta hope for the best. Hopefully there's a grandmother, an auntie, somebody, if the mother's not fit, that would take the child and love the child like its own and give the child a good life. But in this case, this child was put to this fat bastard, and this woman sat on this child and killed this child. 350 pounds sitting on a 10-year-old kid. It's fucking sad. So with that being said, everybody, I'm Christ17 TV. Prayers up for Lil Man, RIP, and I'll catch you guys on the next one on the flip side, man. This fucking sucks.